Dude.
Hey, Jambo.
Papa, Mambo.
Sweetie.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Don.
Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real MVPs.
Don Perion. Don Perion. Don Perion ni gani?
Dude, vipi?
What's up?
Yeah. Oh.
Your actions have been outrageous and will have a very detrimental effect.
Right? Yeah, so you get to watch it for the first time, let them also get to watch it for the first time, hopefully on a screen that's bigger than a phone. Of course, also the washrooms are, of course, towards the exit of the side where we come from, so you can make your way there, and of course, there's drinks available, and there will be more drinks after. I think all of us are storytellers, let's be honest. Whether you think of yourself as a creative or not, I think we all have something amazing to give to the world in our own way. So that's what we're unpacking here, specifically the power of change through stories, and young stories, and African stories at that. Things that are authentic, and being able to see yourselves represented on screen, on print, on magazines, on comics, on everything. So I'll begin with them introducing themselves. But it's going to be a very quick round. By the way, we're not taking too long with these panels, right? It's going to be a very quick introduction round. Tell us your name, of course, and who you represent on the panel. And tell me something that is one, sugar sweet about you, like MTV SHUGA, and something that makes you a shuja, right? We're in collaboration here because of MTV Staying Alive Foundation, and of course the SHUGA premiere, and shuja. A shuja in Swahili is a champion, someone who's a conqueror, someone who's the conqueror, the emperor, the champion is here. That's a shuja. So one thing about you that makes you sugar sweet, one thing that makes you a shuja. I'll start with Wami. She's like, why did you have to start with me?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Very warm welcome, and we're very excited to have you on board. My name is Wami Jallo. I'm the Executive Director for MTV Staying Alive Foundation, and I'm so thrilled that you're here. Big round of applause. You've really put me in a really hot spot. Sugar, sweet. Okay, so fun fact is that sugar actually came to Botswana in 2012, and I still have my t-shirt that says Botswana has been sugarized.
Oh, I love that. What thing that makes you a shuja?
Everything about it. The comic strips. I think that is my favorite. I love comics, so I am a fanatic fan.
Awesome. Love that. Go, Janet.
Yes.
Nope. You can have Wami's.
As someone who does this for a living, you should have known. Janet Bowa, co-host with Mariam and Eric Lauter for Fixing the Nation, activist, author, several hats I wear, but it's really about amplifying important messages. The sugar part is tough, maybe just my love for kaimati and anything sugary from the coast. What makes me a shuja, I think, is right now in this moment and present time in our country, is to speak Kenyan and survive in Kenya. Proudly with the people who, led us to sort of a new liberation last year. I've never been prouder to be a shuja. And yeah, I'm sitting in it pretty well. I love being Kenyan and a Kenyan shuja.
Awesome. Thank you, Janet. I said to
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aisa Tuba, and I work for the Gates Foundation. I'm sitting here today because I'm privileged to be the investment officer on a bigger program that this is all a part of. What makes me a sugar? Sugar
sweet.
Yeah, sweet. What makes me a sugar sweet? I think, well, fun fact, this is my first time working. I've always been a big fan of sugar. Since the first one that Lupita was on, I remember that. I was much younger at the time. But this is my first time. So this is this transition for me where I went from being a fan to actually being on the other side of it has been awesome for me. What makes me a Shuja? I think I'm just, I love championing African stories. That's it.
Thank you so much, Aisatu.
Good evening, my name is Bridget Deacon. I have the privilege of managing Shuga's Inc. I think what makes me sugar sweet, the only sugar sweet thing about me is my children. What makes me a Shuja are the amazing 30 people who work at Shuja's every day.
Thank you, Lavin. Hi, good evening. My name is Lavin Casala. I am a Shuja superfan and I am representative. Fun fact about Shuja is that she comes from Munya, so Munya Shuga, before it collapsed, we used to be the biggest country that produces sugar in East Africa, so I'm proud of that. What makes me a Shuja is that I love persons with disabilities and I advocate for their rights.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alan Maleche. I work for an NGO called Kelly that focuses on health and human rights. And since I was the last one on the panel, I had a chance to Google ChatGPT, so that my talking points. But I'm also just what makes me Shuja is the courage to show up for others and even those who are vulnerable when it's hard, and to drive the fight for what is right even when it's going against the grain of what everyone else thinks. And I think I must speak truth. Many people who normally will tell you that, but I think the sugar sweet that comes to me when I do my work is that I do it with kindness, I do it with a smile, and I do it with my heart.
Thank you. Wants this work to have, right? It's like we're doing this labor of love, and I hope it lands. That's the thing when you're putting something out. I hope it lands. How do you hope MTV SHUGA mashariki lands with Kenyans, with Africans, with the world?
I think first and foremost, the show will land because the show was informed from young people. As you heard earlier, when we were writing the show, we went and spoke to young people. We did focus group discussions. We read the synopsises with them, we read the scripts with them. So I am very confident that they will see themselves in the show because they are part of the show. They were part of the process. And that's just on the writing part and on the development part. But also in the shooting part, one thing maybe I should mention is when we were designing the show, we had a program called TAP, Talent Accelerator Program. We had young people who were part of our crew, who were informing us in the decisions we were making. So that's another layer in which we made sure that young people were involved in the whole process. So this is their show, so definitely they will see themselves in it.
How do you hope it impacts them?
I hope one, they see the stories they talk about in spaces where maybe they don't have the courage to speak about these issues. So my hope is that when they see this show, they can have the confidence, they can have the language to speak about these issues among themselves, but also with their peers and the non-voters as well.
I love that you said that because it's really true that when you see yourself, something changes, something clicks, right? It moves, you move different, you feel confident, you feel represented. But I also know that making something like this takes a lot out of you. I want to ask a really fun, interesting question. This is open to the entire panel. On set, because all of you were there, what was your most cringe moment? Like, when you spend so much time with one another, you let loose because you can only be in work mode for so long. After a while, the veil just drops, right? Any cringe moment that you're like, I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I hadn't said that. I wish they hadn't seen that. Well done, I'm thinking of my career. You grab it immediately and then
one of the weirdest and cringiest moments for me, this being my first time on any set ever. We were shooting a scene and we were in an enclosed room. It's sort of a bedroom. And scene, the director starts to notice, and to be specific, director Licario starts to notice I'm sweating. And they call cut and they're like, makeup, can we wipe Wilson's face? The moment they wipe my face, he calls action, I start sweating again. And we shot that scene for a long while, and everyone from that point noticed that Wilson needs a fan on set. And I became that guy who, we're on set and guys are like, is Wilson sweating? Okay, no, sir, we go. So that was my cringiest moment, yeah.
Oh man, you have the mini handheld fun, the bunny fun.
I lost like 2 on set.
We'll just pick up a rotation for you. Anyone else have a moment they're just like, this is a bit much, but oh well, it's happened. Oops.
Yeah, I think I also had an oops moment in set. Not to preempt anything, but the number of times you'll see my thighs on the screen. Yeah, please, don't count. But there's this one scene, I was in something not too comfortable. My thighs were on, the feet, and I hit the ground really hard. And there was a crowd, so yeah, that was quite embarrassing for me.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're going to get that though.
I did, but I'm a big boy,
Yeah.